everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Dolphins going up against the Browns.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it. No. Check. Patriot.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Patriot. All right, here we go. 3-19. All right, now look at 56. Look at gone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards. On the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Three and a half to go, first quarter. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Throwing on first down is Carr. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be third down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Carr to throw again. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On first down, Carr. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They'll run again now with Darkwan. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go play action here on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now a play fake. Carr. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing his car on third down. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Orleans Darkwa, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Handling a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. First carry for James Conner, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be knocked down sideways. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Boy, another example there of how you've just got to be fearless to go over the middle in this league.
No doubt about it. And if you want to be known as a Pro Bowl type of a receiver, if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, you're going to have to make a good number of catches in that area. And how about the hit he took from the linebacker? That's where you really make it, because a lot of times that hit is coming from behind you, from over the top by a safety. In this case, it may well come from underneath with the linebacker dropping out from the middle.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to it, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. All right, we've got some happy trigger fingers ready to see who's going to survive this wild card game as we get you back to quarter 3. On the return, this is Micah Hyde. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, here's Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Carr to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that's going to tie us at 13. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 58 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Darkwa. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Orleans Darkwa. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. Oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage. So now here come the Dolphins. Now they'll run it on the toss. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd down following the run. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Charles Harris in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And out come the Dolphins now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Green 39! Green 39! Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Leopard!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Browns on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is third down and 12. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.